You must have put so much time into this. This is really cool. Well, hey guys, welcome back to Eyecraftmc. In today's episode, well, I was thinking we could probably work on this island. I'm not exactly sure, but either way, whatever we do, we're going to start with today's banner of the day, as we always do. So we're going to start with a red banner and a white poly. Poly is this shape right here. We're going to go on to a white field masoned, which is this pattern right here. Then we're going to go on to a brown per fess inverted, which is this pattern right here. Then we're going to go on to a black chief, which is this pattern right here. Then we're going to go on to a black base, which is this pattern right here. And we're going to end off, last but not least, with a black border. And you can see what we've made. It's a cake banner. I thought this is a really cool banner because you can kind of visualize food, which I think is just a really cool thing. So we're just going to go do that. Yeah, I was just going to put the banner up here. Oh, it's Gemma knocking on the door. Hey Gemma, I'll be to you in just a second. Anyway, here's a really cool cake banner, and I just thought that would be a really cool addition. So yeah, there we go. Let's see what Gemma Locus wanted. Looks like you have a book in your hand. Let's see. Dear I Bartham, would you be willing to build me a thatched roof cottage over at my secret mountain valley hideaway? I'd be willing to pay you 8 diamonds for it. Thank you for considering this. Please, 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 Gemma_Locus. Well, it's very nice of you, Gemma. You know, I would be able to do that. I didn't really have a plan for today's episode, so that could work out really well. I'm just going to quickly grab some supplies. I was thinking it would actually work. And, yeah, I'll just go down here and get those supplies. Yeah, that's it. Actually, should be really cool since we have a lot of really cool stuff that we can do for that. So, let's see here what all we need. Actually, I think this has some supplies we could use in it. I'll just grab this. Yes, we'll head over to Gemma's thatched roof cottage here. Or not the thatched roof cottage, that's what we'll be building, but we can head over to your hideaway. So, Gemma, show the viewers where you live. Alright, let's see. So yeah, no, I think Gemma's been working on a project for a long time here. And yeah, there's a lot of really cool progress to show you guys. And we haven't really had Gemma in an episode a lot recently anyway. And yeah, she's definitely been working on a really cool project. So, did you make this road here, Gemma? That looks really cool. Yeah, you did. That's cool. Looks like this is going, what, to the mountains maybe? Or maybe to over there? I'm not sure. We'll have to head this way. Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's a nice pathway. It looks like there is a pumpkin in the middle of the path. That's kind of funny. Is that a pumpkin or... Yeah, it looks like there is a pumpkin. Oh, is it a... Oh, just a normal pumpkin. Okay, that's cool. Alright. I'll have to hurry or I'll lose Gemma. Let's keep going. Alright, thank you for waiting. Alright. Looks like it keeps going this way. Looks like the path's getting more unrefined as we get further and further into the mountains. That's pretty cool. Alright. Let's see what's over here. We're going to the water, Gemma? Do you live underwater? Oh, there's a staircase back here. That's really cool. Let's take a look, see what there is. I hear a monster. Hopefully it's nowhere near here, but I think there's a lot of caves. Let's see what's back here. That's really cool, Gemma. What is this place? Oh, wow, this is awesome. Wow, you've been working on this, Gemma? You must have put so much time into this. This is really cool. Well, Gemma, I'm going to be right back because I actually didn't bring a bed, so I'm going to be right back here, and we're just going to fly back. Yeah, you guys can see it's actually pretty close to my place, but in some ways it's also rather far away. Like you can see all the item frames. That's kind of funny. But anyway, what I'll just do here is I'll just really quick grab some wool and craft myself up a bed so that when I'm over at Gemma's place there building herself a thatched cottage, we won't have any trouble with monsters. Because I'm not sure how well, if she has any torches put down or anything like that. So yeah, but I actually have some really cool plans for a cottage that we could really use, and I think it'd be very, very cool. Then you guys can see how to build a cottage, and Gemma can get a cottage both, and also I can get 8 diamonds out of it, which is pretty cool. She doesn't even have to pay me, but it's quite nice of her too, and she's really cool. So we'll just head back here and go to her cottage. So it's pretty cool too. I love the hidden waterfall entrance. It's quite cool, because anyone without a light would have to scale this huge mountain to get there. It's like the whole mountain was kind of built around where her place was even before she did anything for it, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, let's take a look around here. I'm trying to think exactly where we could build her house. Maybe around here. This looks like, would this be a good place for your house, Gemma Locus? Over here maybe? I think it's a good corner. Yeah. Is that what you'd like there? Yes? Okay. Looks like it's almost bedtime, so I'll just jump into bed real quick here. Yeah, I could totally build you a cottage there. And with all these blocks here, these are just the blocks we could use for an English cottage. So yeah, that'd be perfect. And in the morning here, we can start out planning that house. And I think we could probably come up with a cool design that kind of has the olden day style of a cottage, but also has a good look to it. So I'll just grab a good selection of all these different blocks here. I think I have a general idea of what we could do, but I'll kind of have to do it as we go. So what I'll probably do is start by putting down some pillars. Now we're not going to want this to be too close to the edge, so I'm going to say let's go 3 or 4 blocks out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's start right there, and then let's go over a couple blocks. Looks like Gemma's busy on some other project, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That can be 10 blocks that way, and I think I'll go quite far this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now this would be an exact square, and that's a bit boring. So what if I went forward 2 blocks? So now we have 12. Then what we do is we have a nice entrance. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm thinking we'll go like this, and then we can kind of make this go back a ways to about there, and then go like that maybe? I'm not sure. Maybe not quite. Maybe if we go like this and like this, that's still 3 blocks across. And if we go like this, then we could kind of have a design that makes a little bit more sense. That could be cool. Now, is that 6 blocks across? It is. What if we went to 4 blocks across? Maybe went like this? Actually, no, I think... Yeah, no, I think that would be better. And we go like this. I just broke the wrong block. There we go. We'll go like this and like this. And maybe we could just bump this up a little ways so that it would be a bit wider and more useful here. And yeah, we're just kind of developing the shape here. That's what I always try and do when I'm building something kind of from scratch, is I kind of try and develop the basic shape. And I'm thinking the walls are going to be a basic white concrete, so we'll just throw in all those, and we can kind of start to see already what the outside of this house would look like. And if we like the look, we can keep it, and if we don't, we can change it around. I'm also thinking I'm just going to move this whole bit back one more, so that again, she has a decent amount of room, because this big valley, she needs a nice house to live in, and I think it's pretty cool that she... is having us build this, because I think it'll be really nice, and it's a cool way to build a cottage, since I already have a house, right? So I kind of have some practice anyway, since my house is like a big lodge type looking thing. So we put all this here. Now I feel like something that could really make this look better is by actually stripping all this wood. I'm not sure, I'll strip some of it, I think. So we're going to start by building this whole thing up. So I'm going to go, I just forgot I have no thatch. I wonder if Gemma has some, and if not, I can actually fly back yet again and grab that. It does not look like Gemma. Oh no, she does have some. She has 2 stacks. That's perfect. So if that is not enough, we can always fly back and get more, because I have been doing a lot of wheat farming and farming in general. So we should have enough. Now I'm going to build about 4 blocks up for the main house, and then we'll get some cross pillars going on. So if we end up running out of concrete, it should be fine, but I don't think we will, because I think I did bring about 5 stacks, which should be just enough to get her all the supplies she needs. So I'll just fill all this in, and then we can basically get going with some other cool details, because I think it'd just be really cool if we kind of had this thing, have a lot of detail to it, since obviously English cottages and just things like that kind of always seem to have quite a lot of detail and are very kind of complicated, because I think what it is from the old time when they were built, people really like things that were really overcomplicated. I know now people like things that are extremely simplified, so of course every time has different things that they like, but it seems like just people like things that were really fancy, really complicated, so we can work on that. I think there should be a cross beam here, so let's count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The reason why I count this is so I can know the exact place to put it, which in this case is actually going to be a bit interesting. It'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll break a block there, and then break a block there, and I'm going to actually have 2 beams in the middle. Now, did I count this wrong? It does not look like I did, so we're just going to put a beam here and a beam here, and break these blocks like this. And what we're going to do is we might even have these beams go out one. No, I think that's good as they are. I might make them go out one more a little bit, just to kind of change it around a little bit. I'm trying to think exactly how we could build this right. But yeah, I think maybe in fact, if we did have the beams go, that'd probably give a more 3D effect to the house, which I think would really improve it overall, since we want this to look quite nice, of course. And I found it's always nicer the more 3D a build is, to kind of make it just look more realistic, make it be a little bit less flat. I mean, even if it is maybe less realistic when it's more 3D, definitely gets rid of that flat look that you kind of want to avoid in Minecraft, since obviously everything is, blocks, so there's a lot of flat surfaces, and you want to make sure that you kind of avoid that as much as possible, so that things look a little bit less like Minecraft and a little bit more like real life, which is kind of funny, since you would think building inside of Minecraft you want to make things look like Minecraft, but that's not always that case. So We'll just put all these in here, and then we get like a nice pure white background instead of having it be kind of with the pillars there, so it looks a little bit more like the inside and a little bit less like the outside. So we'll just put all those in there, and we'll just go like this. And there we go, and we'll just do these back pillars too. So I think that's an important thing when making a house, especially one like this, is to make sure you really keep the 3D element to it. So it really just kind of has that more natural and realistic look to it. So we'll fill all this in like this. And what we can do is we can basically start working on the floor. I actually have a really good idea for the floor, and that is to use birch planks, and I was thinking birch slabs, that is, and I was thinking it'd be really cool because birch slabs kind of have that, you know, rustic look, but they also are quite pretty, so I think that would look really good. And so we'll just break all the stone here that was there before, and then we can do is we can fill it all in with the birch slabs, and of course I use the slabs because it's just half as expensive, or twice as cheap, I suppose, whatever way you want to think of it, half empty or half full type idea. So we'll just grab these and fill that in. And this house may be a little bit small, but I think Gemma would like a small house, since it seems like she kind of likes living in smaller places. And her original house in this world, which was back at the original place where this world was, which I think we moved around episode 33, was extremely small. And her new little dirt house, which is a sad excuse for a house, and I'm glad to make her a new one, it was also quite small. So I'm expecting that she'll want a bit of a smaller house, but if she does want something a little bit bigger, we can always do that. So I'll just fill in all these blocks here. And yeah, you can see that makes a really nice floor. And of course she can always dig out herself a basement at some point too. So we'll put all those in like that, and break all these blocks we put down wrong, of course. It doesn't really matter if there's double slabbed or not. So there we go. I think this is looking like a really cool house already. Now what we want to do, if I'm not mistaken, is make ourselves a crafting table. Because once we have the crafting table, then we can make ourselves a bunch of useful materials. So what we can do is, first of all, strip all this, and this might end up breaking our diamond axe, which I don't want to do. We have 132 uses. We should be okay. If we're not, I'll just be careful not to break it all the way, because it does have efficiency 4 and unbreaking 3. So if I combine that with silk touch and another efficiency 4, that's actually a perfect axe. I just want to make sure to heal it, or to mend it. Because I do have mending books, and I do have a really, really cool mob farm. So I'm thinking actually spruce wood would make the most sense for the doors, but we don't seem to have any. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a other type of door, which would be dark oak, I think, since I think that would just kind of a bit of a fancier door. So I think that's looking good. Now here's a really interesting trick you can do. If you grab redstone lamps and levers, you can actually make really, really cool looking windows. Now they aren't really actual windows, but they look quite cool. So we'll do that in a second here too. But I think before we do that, we're going to make ourselves the roof. So for the roof, what we're going to need is we're going to need white concrete, we're going to need spruce stairs, and we're going to need hay bales. So what I'm going to do is first waste an entire rocket on trying to get up onto the roof. Alright, there we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to find out how we want the roof to go. So I'm thinking we're going to want the main bit of the roof to be here. We want it to kind of push out a bit, since that's kind of generally how you would have it happen. And I'm thinking, yeah, I think that would probably work best. So we'll go around like this, and basically just lay down these hay bales as if they're thatch. Because Gemma did say, let's see, do we still have a letter here? I don't think we do, but yeah, she said she wanted thatched roof. So what we'll do is we'll just place that across like that. And what we're going to do is we're just going to build the triangle of the main part of the house. Now this won't look super English for now, but what it will do is it'll kind of have the base for the roof, and I think it'll just basically be the support for the thatched roof, even if it's not quite looking perfect yet. So there's that. And we can do over here is we can basically make a small little triangle roof. Actually, I guess it would go a little bit bigger, so we'll go like this, and go like this, and go like this, and it'll just kind of stop like that, I guess. And what we can do is fill all this in. And what's nice is that if we do... Oh, are these insta break? No, they're not. Okay. I think I'm just breaking it with my hoe. And so what is cool about these is that if we do end up running out of them, we do have a lot. So what I'll do is I'll just fill all this in. It's unfortunate because hay bales are actually a slightly difficult item to get in large quantities. Oh, it looks like I built this wrong. But in small quantities, you know, small meaning something that's not, you know, let's say several hundred of them, then they can be a lot easier. So we'll put all this in like that. And we can probably make like a triangle thing up here too. So yeah, that should work quite well. There we go, that's perfect. Looks like the sun's about to set. I guess the sun would set a lot earlier here because you have this here. I don't think it actually works that way, but it would in real life. So we'll put all this thatch in here. I think this is definitely getting the English cottage look to it. And what's going to really complete that look is we're going to put these on the end. I think that's going to look good. If it doesn't look good, I can always change around the design. But we're just going to get a quick look and see it exactly what we think of that. So I'll just put a couple of these down just for a test, and we'll take a look. Yeah, I don't think it needs that. I think what we will do, though, if anything, is we could put some here, I suppose. We don't want this to look like a barn. That's going to be something we're going to really want to avoid. I think it's almost bedtime, though, so we'll just jump in bed real quick. But, yeah, we're going to want to avoid the barn look, and I have a couple ways we can do that. So we're going to work on those. So what we're going to do is, yeah, get rid of these for now. We'll work on that a bit more later. What we can do is we can always have the roof kind of hang down a bit. And if we go with dark oak, I think that'll look a lot less like a barn, because that basically is something that's a lot more expensive, so it won't really have that look. So we'll throw this in here, and we'll make ourselves a decent amount of dark oak. I won't make too much, but we're going to use some later anyway, so whether or not we end up using it doesn't really matter. But I do think the overall shape of this is looking really, really good. So what we're going to do is just kind of build our base that we're going to build off of with these. The base of this. So at some point here we're going to have an interesting little thing, because this is going to kind of branch off into two parts, because some of these will connect and some of these won't, from the big back triangle to these front triangles. So we'll have to make sure to do that correctly, and we can also fix all this. But I do think thatch overall is looking pretty good, and yeah, if Gemma ends up not wanting the thatch look overall, we can always change that, but I think she'll probably want it, since of course that is what she suggested. So we'll place all these here, not like that, that's wrong of course, and we'll just build all these over here. And yeah, I think this will just connect over to there, is that correct? Looks like it is. Oh, here, is it Gemma over here? I think I saw her run by. Hello, Gemma. Looks like she's taking it all in. So what we'll do is, let's see here, this is going to change around a bit. So what we'll do for now is we'll just pause on that, because we're going to have to move around some things. What we're going to do is we're going to work on the other part of the roof that we do know we can do right. I'm just going to eat some food here real quick before I starve to death while building Gemma her house. So we'll just eat that. Something we could do is we could put these spruce these dark oak stairs on the edge here like this. I wonder how that would look. It looks like that one's going to try and bend in on me, which is rather annoying. But if we just put some of those like that, I think that looks pretty good. I think if we did that, that would probably make it look a lot better and a little bit less like a barn, a little bit more like an actual house, because I think the thatch is really cool, but we do want to make sure to do it in such a way that it does not resemble a barn. But yeah, that shouldn't be too hard. So we'll just throw all these in here like that. Looks like those are connecting a little bit weird, so we'll just fix these up like that, and then we can just go like this, and it connects up. So then, yeah, I think that's looking really good. And we can just connect up the last bit of the wool, or not the wool, the hay bales up there. I think we're also going to need more hay bales, so I might just quickly fly back here. Thankfully it is pretty close, and just grab about 2 more stacks of hay bales just in case, because there's absolutely no point of running out. So pretty good landing, I guess. Okay, we'll go over here. It's very weird and unloaded in. Okay, it's very glitchy. Okay, this is really weird. Yeah, that's really weird. Okay. Anyway, we have our wool over here. Not wool. I keep saying wool. It's our hay over here. Let's see. That's over here. And yeah, here we go. We can just grab those. That should be great. I'm glad I have a good supply of this, because yeah, and I think those 8 diamonds will definitely make this worthwhile, since hay is a decently difficult thing to get our hands on. So here we can see her house right there through there, which is really cool. So we'll fly up here, and yeah, I think it's almost gonna have a bit of a Spanish look to it with this white concrete, but I'm sure overall it'll still look good. So yeah, let's go across like this. I mean, of course it'll look good, but I hope it'll kind of keep that English look to a point. So we'll just go up like this, and then this one does connect up, so we're just trying to make sure everything connects up correctly. Now some of these don't, so I'm going to have to devise a roof pattern for that, of kind of how that's going to change a bit. So I'm going to work on that in a second. I'm trying to think of what I can do for now. What I can do, would that block be there? I guess it would. Yeah, some of this is going to go over to a point as well. So we'll go like this, and go like this, and then we can basically use that to build over a bit. And I'm almost wondering if we could bring over some other cool blocks to build with, but I think for now Gemma will probably want to do the interior herself, since it is her house. so we'll probably just let her do that. But yeah, we can just finish up the roof here definitely, and we'll have a really cool outside. And I want to make sure to get some of the decorations on the outside done as well, because that's what's going to really make this look a lot more like a house and a lot less like a barn, because yeah, we want to really make sure it does look like a house. So we'll break all this and put all this in here like that. And we can just hope there's not a lightning storm, but I suppose in the new update when they add lightning rods, we won't have to worry about that. We just have to make sure the lightning rod is further away. And I'm really excited for the new update. Just so you guys know, this series will definitely continue in the new update. It just may be a little bit different, but it should be pretty well the same. So yeah, we're definitely planning on doing that though, which should be really cool. And we can totally explore all the new features when they come out. And I'll probably keep doing that for a lot of updates to come. Okay, I think this is looking good. I think it definitely needs something. It's hard to say exactly what. Probably the windows and the supports. Now I'm going to add those in a second here because I just want to finish the roof here real quick because the roof is almost done. So we'll put all this in like this, which will make sure this part is done. And yeah, this part should be good too. So we'll just break this and put this in like this and put all this across. And that should connect up to that. Now here's the part we have to use our imagination. So I think this part here, trying to think. I guess we'd have to go like this, probably. This part should be about the same anyway. And then we'll have to kind of move it halfway through. So this will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this part is going to be just higher, and it'll just kind of move up one. I think that should look pretty good overall, and it shouldn't be actually that noticeable anyway, so even if it doesn't look super good, it should be fine. Now this does go to a point, I suppose, so what we'll have to do is somehow work with that as well. I think that it is important to keep the point on it, so we'll get rid of this. And I think that is that all right? I just want to make sure this is all the right shape. It is, yeah. Sometimes I'll make mistakes and I'll find out a lot later, oh no, I built the whole thing off-centered a little bit, which is never a good thing. So it's always good to make sure that your dimensions are exactly how you want them to be to avoid problems like that. Okay, I'm thinking what we could do is instead of making this go down, we could actually get rid of this. And I think hose are the fastest. It looks like they are for this. So is around here, we'll actually have a third triangle that'll come down around here, and there'll be, yeah, I think this would work. And then what we'll do is just kind of, okay, this would go up like this, one up more, I think one more, yeah, that looks like it is. And then we'll basically just build kind of the last face of this. I think this will work, and if it doesn't work, then it's okay, we can always change things around. But I think that will work, because then what will happen is this will go like this across there, and this will go like this across here. And yeah, it could be like a third place for a window on these kind of triangular roof pieces. So hopefully that's going to look really good. And we can just get rid of this and just move the... Well, I guess we'll have to move things around a little bit. Looks like it's not quite lined up how we'd want it to be. I'm not sure. We'll have to take a look at this. Okay, well this one looks good. So we're just going to build this over and then just correct it to how that is. So we can just take a look here. Oh, it looks like we just have to put a piece of concrete there. That's perfect. So... yeah, I think this is pretty well looking how we want it to. We can take a look here, see if I've done a good job. Yeah, actually, I think that does look pretty good. Okay, I think there's only a few things we have to do left to really get the look right. So we're going to want to finish this up, put these in here. I think this is actually looking pretty good. And once we've done that too, what we can do as well is we can get ourselves some supports out of dark oak to really kind of get the look, and also some windows. So I have, for windows here, the redstone lamps, and for supports we're going to go with some dark oak. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by making a whole bunch of planks and also making a whole bunch of sticks. So we're going to get a bunch of these fences. These are going to come in really, really handy, and do stuff like this. And I think that might not look quite so good, but basically if we change it around a little bit, it can actually look like a really nice support overall. So we're going to work on that in a second. What we can do is on something like up there, we're not really going to need a window anyway. We can actually get like a fake window that basically looks like a something out of the redstone lamp. So like right here, what we can do is we can break all these blocks here. Maybe not all these, but that should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. And then what we can do is get ourselves these redstone lamps and put the redstone lamps in there. And I don't know if that's maybe too big of a window. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, what I'm going to do is change this around a little bit. And I kind of always build this way, it's just kind of, you know, trial and error. I think that's an important way of building because, yeah, you know, things don't happen overnight. So I'm not sure if that window will actually look good there or not, but if we go with some just nice single windows, we could go with like a single window here, and then like a single window here. That could look pretty good, and we can just put the lights in like that. I think that looks pretty good, decently. Not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure about these windows here. Maybe work on those in a second here. But I think before we do the windows, what we're going to do is just get some of those supports in across here. So I think something like this is really important. I think that's going to look good. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. And what we're going to do is get ourselves some of that in there and basically just make this look kind of more like you would expect it to. So like something like this. We can also get these dark oak slabs in there too. Oh, I've been placing them all upside down, or I guess right side up. Yeah, upside down, yeah, but I want them right side up. So we'll put them like this, and like this. It's interesting, actually. The hitbox for that's a little bit weird, but yeah, there we go. Put all those in there. Break this, and I guess we'll have to make a couple more of these, which should be fine. We'll just go over here, and okay, that was way too many, but that's fine. I'll just craft less. I'll make like 44. That's not too few. Looks like it's almost bedtime too, so have to be aware of that. But yeah, like here, it would make a lot of sense to go kind of like this, I think, and maybe down like this. I think this is going to look more English, and like that. We'll probably just head to bed real quick here, and I'll just jump into bed. But you know, I think we're definitely getting the look of the English cottage. So yeah, anyway, I guess we'll see what Gemma thinks of it. So yeah, I'll see if I can find Gemma. I think I saw her name tag. Hey, Gemma. So what do you think? This is what I was thinking for the English cottage. I think I've almost finished it. I just want to quickly put in a couple more dark oak fences. But she's jumping up and down, so I'm taking that as a good sign, meaning that she did indeed like it. And oh, she has her diamonds here in hand. Alright, I haven't even spawn-proofed the inside of it, Gemma, but alright, 8 diamonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like I got 3 now, and then 8. Oh, thank you so much, Gemma. That's really nice of you. And I'll just put some torches in the middle here, and you can basically see the English house I made. And what I'll do, Gemma, is I'll leave some of these blocks here for you, so you can kind of finish up the rest. Yeah, there we go. There's a Gemma's new cottage home. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. If you if you did enjoy the episode, make sure to press the like button, make sure to subscribe, and make sure to comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!